Kung ang tawag sa isang sequence na nag-a-add ng isang constant number para makuha ang next term ay arithmetic sequence, ano naman kaya ang tawag kapag nagmumultiply tayo ng constant number para makuha ang next term? Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and for today's video, we're going to discuss another type of sequence. If an arithmetic sequence is a sequence wherein you get the next term or every term of the sequence by adding a constant, how about multiplying the preceding term to get the next term? That is called geometric sequence. If you want to know more about geometric sequence, watch this. Before we study geometric sequence, let us analyze first the following examples. So we have here 2, 4, 6, and 8. On the counterpart, we have 2, 4, 8, and 16. Now, let us differentiate the two. So, dito, makikita natin na nag-a-add tayo ng constant, which is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. And 6 plus 2 is equal to 8. Now, on the other hand, we have here, papansin natin paano naging 4, naging 8, naging 16. We multiply by 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. And 8 times 2 is equal to 16. Alam naman natin na ito ay tinatawag na arithmetic sequence. At itong kabila, ito ay isang example ng geometric sequence. Ngayong alam na natin ang pinagkaiba ng arithmetic sequence at geometric sequence, dumako tayo sa definition ng geometric sequence. Pag sinabi natin geometric sequence, ito ay isang sequence na kung saan ang next term or terms ng sequence na ito ay makukuha by multiplying the preceding term by a constant number. At ang tawag sa constant number na ito ay common ratio. So, paano ba natin makukuha ang common ratio ng isang geometric sequence? We should take note that the common ratio is done, or we can get it by dividing the second term by the first term, fourth term by the third term, sixth term by the fifth term, and so on, as long as magkasunod sila sa sequence. For example, we have the sequence 2, 6, 18, 54, and 162. Now, sabi ko nga kanina, we can use, or we're going to divide the second term by the first term. So that is, we can denote that as a sub 2 over a sub 1. At alam naman natin na ang a sub 2 ay equal sa 6. Ang a sub 1 natin ay 2. And 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3. So, ang ibig sabihin nito, ang common ratio ng geometric sequence na ito ay 3. So, paano pag hindi yung second term at first term ang ginamit nyo? So, like for example, itong dalawa, the fourth term and the third term. So, we can denote that as, or designate that as, a sub 4 divided by a sub 3. Ang a sub 4 natin ay 54. Ang a sub 3 natin ay 18. And 54 divided by 18 ay equal sa 3. Kahit pa ating i-check, 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 3 ay 18. 18 times 3 ay 54. And 54 times 3 ay equal sa 162. So, paano pag ganito ang example? We have 80, 40, 20, 10, at 5. So, alam naman natin, makikita natin na ang numbers ay decreasing. So the same thing, para makuha ang common ratio, we're going to divide the second term by the first term. So that is a sub 2 over a sub 1. So 40 ang ating a sub 2. Ang ating a sub 1 ay 80. So hindi natin pwedeng i-divide ang 40 sa 80 kasi mas malaki ang 80. So ang gagawin natin, we're going to simplify it. So alam naman natin na we can divide the numerator and the denominator by 40 para ma-reduce siya sa lowest term. 40 divided 40 ay 1 at 80 divided by 40 ay 2. Ibig sabihin, ang common ratio ng sequence na ito ay 1/2. Kahit pa i-multiply natin, 80 times 1/2 or kalahati ng 80 ay 40. 40 times 1/2 o kalahati ng 40 ay 20. Ang kalahati ng 20 ay 10 and 10 times 1/2 ay equal sa 5. So, sana natutunan nyo kung paano kumuha ng common ratio gamit ang sequence. Paano naman kung baliktad? Given ang first term at ang hahanapin natin ay sequence. Given din ang ratio. For example, write the first 5 terms of the geometric sequence whose first term is 2 and whose common ratio is 3. So, isulat natin, the first term is equal to 2. At isusulat daw natin ang first 5 terms. So, ang hinahanap natin ay second term, third term, fourth term, at fifth term. Alam naman natin ang common ratio which is 3. So, we can multiply. 2 times 3 is equal to 6. 6 times 3 is equal to 18. 18 times 3 is equal to 54. And 54 times 3 is equal to 162. Now, let us proceed in finding the nth term of a geometric sequence. So, to find the nth term of a geometric sequence, we're going to use the formula a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times the ratio raised to n minus 1. So, take note of this formula para makuha nyo ang nth term. For example, pinapahanap sa inyo ang 20th term, the 31st term, the 10th term, and etc. So, as you can see, let's analyze this formula. So, a sub n, so this is the nth term, or the term you're looking for. A sub 1 refers to the first term. R is the ratio. And n is the position of the term you are looking for. Now, let us have some examples. Let us find the seventh term of the geometric sequence 2, 4, 8, and so on. Para mahanap natin ang seventh term, let us write first the given. So, alam naman natin ang first term. Ang first term natin ay equal sa 2. Ang ating common ratio ay equal sa, so that is a sub 2 divided by a sub 1. Ang ating a sub 2 ay 4 divided by 2. Ibig sabihin, ang ratio natin ay 2. At ang hinahanap natin ay 7th term. Ibig sabihin, ang value ng n ay 7. Now, let's write the formula. Ang formula natin ay a sub n equals a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. Ngayon, i-substitute natin. So, we are looking for the 7th term. So, that is a sub 7 equals, ang value ng a sub 1 natin ay 2. Ang ratio natin ay equal sa 2. Ang value ng n natin ay 7 minus 1. Okay. So, a sub 7 is equal to 2 times 2, 7 minus 1, that is equal to 6. So, ang ibig sabihin nito, ito muna ang ating isi-simplify. We're going to multiply the base to depending exponent. So, that is 6. So, 6 times. So, we have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 and times 2. Okay. So, makikita natin dyan, 2 times 2, that is 4. Right? 4 times 2, that is 8. 8 times 2, that is 16. 16 times 2, that is 32. And 32 times 2, that is 64. Ibig sabihin, 2 raised to 6 ay equal sa 64. Okay. So, we have there a sub 7 is equal to 2 times 2 raised to 6 equal yan sa 64. And 2 raised 2 times 64, that is equal to 120. Ibig sabihin, our 7th term ay equal sa 128. Now, what if the example is find the 5th term of a geometric sequence whose first term is 4 and ratio is equal to 1/2? Okay, so let us write the given. Sabi, ang ating a sub 1 ay equal sa 4. Ang ratio ay 1/2. At ang hinahanap natin ay 5th term. So, ibig sabihin, ang value ng n ay 5. Okay, so let us solve. Let us write the formula. So, a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. Okay, so hinahanap natin ay 5th term. So, that is equal to a sub 5. Our a sub 1, or the first term, is 4. Ang ratio natin ay 1/2. Ang value ng n natin ay 5 minus 1. Okay, so a sub 5 is equal to 4 times 1/2. 5 minus 1 ay equal sa 4. Alam naman natin ang gagawin natin. So, we're going to multiply the base by, depending upon the number of exponents. So, that is 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2. Or equal yan sa 1 raised to 4 over 2 raised to 4. So, 1 times 1 times 1 times 1, that is equal to 1. 2 times 2 ay 4, times 2 ay 8, times 2 ay 16. So, ibig sabihin, ang 1/2 raised to 4 ay 1 over 16. So, let's substitute that. So, that is a sub 5 is equal to 4 times 1 over 16. Now, let's multiply. So, 4 times 1 is 4 over 16. At kapag sinimplify natin yan, equal yan sa 1/4. Ibig sabihin, ang 5th term ng sequence ay 1/4. Paano naman kung ang hinahanap natin ay ang common ratio given the first term and the last term, kagaya ng example na ito? Find r in a geometric sequence if the first term is equal to 2 and the 6th term is equal to negative 486. Okay. So, let's write the given. So, the first term. So, given ang first term. Ang first term natin ay 2. Ang last term natin, which is a sub 6, ay negative 486. Ang value ng n natin ay 6. So, ang nawawala natin ay the common ratio. So, let's substitute it to the formula. A sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. Ang ating n term ay negative 486. Equal siya sa, ang a sub 1 natin ay 2 times r, since r ang ating hinahanap. Ang value ng n ay 6 minus 1. So, negative 486 is equal to 2. R, 6 minus 1 ay 5. Meron tayong numerical coefficient na 2. So, let's divide both sides of the equation by 2. So, equal yan sa r raised to 5 equal to negative 486 divided by 2 ay equal sa negative 243. Okay. So, paano natin makukuha yung r? So, makikita natin na r is raised to 5. We can find the fifth root of both sides para makancel yung 5. So, to find the fifth root, so we have the fifth root of r raised to 5 is equal to the fifth root of negative 243. The fifth root of r raised to 5, so we can cancel this. So, ang tira na lang ay r is equal to, ang fifth root ng negative 243 ay equal sa negative 3. Bakit? Negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3. Negative 3 times negative 3 is 9. 9 times negative 3 ay negative 27. Negative 3 times negative 27 is positive 81. And 81 times negative 3 ay negative 243. Ibig sabihin, ang ratio natin ay negative 3. So, what if we are looking for n kagaya ng example na ito? What term is 2916 in the geometric sequence 4, 12, 36, and so on? So, una, hanapin natin ang mga given values. So, ang ating first term ay 4. Ang ratio natin, value ng ratio, ay equal sa, we're going to divide the second term by the first term, so that is 12 divided by 4. At ang 12 divided by 4 equal yan sa 3. And ang ating nth term ay equal sa 2,916. Okay, so para mahanap ang value ng n, let's substitute the given values sa formula na a sub n equals a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. So, ang a sub n natin ay 2,916, which is equal to a sub 1 natin ay 4, ang ratio natin ay 3 raised to n minus 1. Sunod natin gagawin, since hindi natin pwedeng galawin ito dahil may exponent na n minus 1, we're going to divide both sides of the equation by 4. So, 2,916 divided by 4 ay equal sa 729. So, you can cancel this since 4 divided 4 is equal to 1. So, that is 3 raised to n minus 1. So, paano natin ito isosolve? We're going to transform this into exponential form. Paano natin gagawin yan? 729 is equal to 3 raised to 6. Bakit 3 raised to 6? So, 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 and times 3. So, let's see. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 times 3 is 81. 81 times 3 is 243. And 243 times 3 is equal to 729. Ibig sabihin, 3 raised to 6 ay kapareho ng 729. So, that is equal to 3 raised to n minus 1. Ngayon, in this case, i-apply natin ang law of exponential equation with the same base. So, as you can see, pareho sila ng base na 3. At kapag pareho ang base ng exponential equation, we can use the law that is equal to a, if a raised to x is equal to a raised to y with the same base, then x is equal to y. So this is the law of exponential equation with the same base. So dito, ang mangyayari, so that is equal to 6 is equal to n minus 1. Ngayon, to get n, we're going to transpose this to the other side. So it will become 6 plus 1 is equal to n. Therefore, n is equal to 7. Ibig sabihin, 2,916 is the 7th term.
Now let me check if you understand our lesson today. So answer the following. Find the 8th term of the geometric sequence 2, -6, 18, and so on. Number 2, find r in a geometric sequence if the first term is 1/3 and the 8th term is 128/3. Number 3, what term is 1536 in the geometric sequence 6, 12, and 24? And number 4, write the first 5 terms of the geometric sequence where the first term is 8 and the ratio is equal to -3.
And that's the end of our video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that you can already illustrate geometric sequence as well as differentiate it from arithmetic sequence. Sana po ay patuloy niyo po akong suportahan by liking, subscribing, and sharing my video. Once again, this is Sir J, ang inyong maestro ng Sipnayan na nag-iiwan ng katagang mag-aral at matuto.